All right, so let's solve example 4b, and we'll begin by subtracting 2 from both sides. That will give us negative 3x is greater than 12. Keep that inequality sign. I'm now going to divide both sides by that negative 3, and when I divide by a negative, it's going to flip this inequality sign, and now I'll have that x is less than negative 4, and when I graph it, I'll put negative 4 open dot and to the left. So reviewing, we can add or subtract or multiply by a positive or divide by a positive, and our inequality signs will stay the same. However, when we multiply by a negative or divide by a negative, our inequality signs will reverse their direction. Example C, I can pretty easily subtract 4 from both sides, so that's what I'm going to begin with. So that's going to leave me with negative x over 2. Inequality stays the same. It's less than or equal to 5, and negative 4 is 1. Then I need to multiply both sides by this negative 2. So I'm going to put it outside here. I'm going to multiply both sides by negative 2. So this is going to cancel, become positive. It's going to flip the inequality because I'm multiplying by a negative, and negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. So when I graph it, there's a negative 2 colored in dot, and it's going to be to the right. D, I'm going to begin by multiplying both sides by that 3, and that's going to cancel the 3 there and leave me with 8 minus u is greater than 6. I'm going to subtract my 8 from both sides, and that gives me negative u is greater than negative 2. Again, inequalities are staying the same, but now I need a positive, so I'm going to have to multiply 3 by negative 1, and it's going to give me a positive u. It's going to reverse the inequality sign, and negative 1 times negative 2 is 2. So on a number line, open dot and to the left. E, I need to distribute, and I'm going to get 6 minus 4x is greater than 10 minus 4x. So remember, I want to get my x's on the same side first, so I'm going to plus this 4x on both sides, and it gives me 6 is greater than 10. All right, so notice I'm not left with a variable, so I can't say that the x has to be bigger than negative 2. It's gone totally, and I get this statement left over where 6 is greater than 10. Is that true or false? No, 6 is not greater than 10, so this will never be true. So that's what I'm thinking in my mind. I'm thinking in my mind it'll never be true. There's my thought bubble, and the answer then is going to be no solution. F, again, I want to distribute, and this time I've got this minus, so that's a good chance for us to remember that when I have a minus in front of the parentheses, I subtract the 1 and I subtract the y as well. Then it's less than 2y, then plus the 1 and plus the y, and I get this. Let's see, let's combine our y, so that gives me 3y minus 1 is less than, combine my y's, 3y plus 1. And when I get my y's together, subtract them, I'm left with negative 1 is less than 1. Again, my x has disappeared, so I need to think about it. Is negative 1 less than 1? Well, yes, it is. That's always going to be true. Always will be true. So, again, there's my thought bubble. That's not my answer. It's just my thinking. And my answer is going to be that it's going to be all real numbers. You can put that little R like that for that. One last one that we're going to do, G. Love these fractions. All right, so with fractions, what am I going to do? I am going to multiply through by the common denominator, which is 12. So I'll multiply 12 times the 1, 6. I'll take the 6, goes into 12 2 times. 2 times 1 is 2x. 4 will go into 12 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9, so I have a plus 9 is less than or equal to, see, I'm multiplying by a positive 12, so my inequality stays the same. 12 will go into 12 once, and 1 times 11 is 11. All right, then finish solving, so I'm going to subtract 9 from both sides and get that 2x is less than or equal to 2. Divide both sides by a positive 2, so my inequality stays the same, and x is less than or equal to 1. And that would look like a 1 closed in dot to the left. So okay, there, you can see that right there. If you had to draw a number line for this, it would just be an empty number line, you know, kind of, we'll just draw it like that, empty number line. And then, of course, this one, when it's all real numbers, you got your number line with everything colored in and arrows going both directions. And that is it.